As well as the ability to use the new reports that exist in Microsoft Project 2013, you can also create your own report using a fairly easy to use step-by-step wizardy type interface. In order to create a new report, we go to the Reports ribbon, the New Reports little drop-down option, and you'll see there are 4 sort of templates. One is a blank report, so you can start exactly from scratch. One is a chart, one is a table, and one is a comparison report. So if we pick the chart report, it asks us to name our report, Guy Charts. Let's call it Cost Chart. Okay. The name we gave the report is then used in the title, but we can rename that. We can lose the word Guy, for example. Cost Chart My Bedroom. And then the data for the report, if you select it, appears on the right. Now it makes a default selection of data, and you can see that in my case it's chosen actual work, comparing that to remaining work, comparing that to work. But I don't want any of those, so I need to select the fields that I don't want and remove them. That's the baseline. Nothing in there now. Remaining work and work. So now nothing is selected in my graph in the middle. And I can go to the cost section. So I expand the cost section and let's choose actual cost. And it places the actual cost onto my chart. Let's look at the baseline cost as well. And then bring in the cost field. So the cost field is the cost of my tasks as they stand at the moment. The actual cost are the tasks that have been completed, so it's the cost of those. Whereas the baseline cost was the cost when I saved the baseline, so the cost at that stage. And we can see that empty room is pretty much on par with the baseline and the current cost because that is finished. Prep room actual cost is very low because we've only just started that section. And it looks like the cost is actually going to be less than the baseline, which is quite good. But we aren't finished yet. Now you can choose to filter out items from your report. Currently it says active tasks. Well, I could choose perhaps just critical ones created after a particular date, just completed tasks. And therefore it would only show me the empty room grouping. We're currently only seeing the cost values as per the project summary. That's because of the outline level. If I change the outline level down to level 2, you can see I then see the actual tasks within that section. And I can see that each of the tasks is pretty much moving along to par. If I take the filter off so I see everything, all tasks, then it becomes quite a bit messier because there are a lot of tasks here, but I can then see individual tasks compared. Place the filter back in for critical, and I only see the critical tasks being compared between their baseline, their cost, and any actual cost incurred so far. So you can really customize these reports to give you, in this case the chart report, the graph that you're trying to drive and that you want people to see. You can even customize the appearance of your chart. Make sure that it's selected. Go to the context sensitive ribbon of Chart Tools and Design. And you can see that there are other chart styles to choose from. You could have this dark inverted one, or where the bars are closer together, or a different color, or see-through, or the legends at the bottom. We can even change the color scheme to a monochromatic bluey color, so the different variances of blue. I can control a quick layout to decide how I want things to look, so I could have the legend on the right, or back on the bottom. So you are pretty much in charge of the appearance of your new report. In this case, we've chosen the chart report. That gives us a chart already on the report that we can then customize. We can even resize this rectangle should we need to, because we can control the size of the paper for the report. So if we choose Report Tools Design, the orientation will go to landscape. The size is A4. And I can resize a label. and the chart to make most use of my piece of paper. Now to see if it actually works and it is fitting on a piece of paper, we can simply go to File and Print, and you can then see the preview on the right or your new report. Cost chart My Bedroom with the chart. Go back. This chart title that's appeared, because I've been playing with the different settings, we can remove. I can simply click on the chart title and delete. Now, it appears to take away the whole chart, which it has done, but if I do undo, it comes back without the label. Now, if you want to take the label away, probably with a little bit more control than that, then just to the right of your chart box, we just bring that in a little. We get 3 symbols here where we can add and remove elements. There's the chart title option. If I put the tick to bring it back, then to remove it, I simply remove the tick, rather than try to delete and then undo the deletion of the chart. Less scary. Now there are other elements in here that we can turn on or off. There's the axes, the chart title, data labels, data table, error bars, grid lines, legend, and a trend line. Most of them have little pop-out options. For example, the chart title has a little pop-out of above chart, centered overlay, or more options. So you're actually controlling where it goes. The axes has a little pop-out option. Primary horizontal, primary vertical. And again, more options, but it will take us into further dialog boxes. So you have a massive amount of control of the chart that you get in your report. Now, we gave it a name when we first created it, and if we then save the file, this report gets saved in our custom report section. So if you look at the report section, custom, we can see Guy cost chart, and I can at any stage come back to that chart to reuse it to view if any changes have been made in the data that sits below the chart and the report.